Hey guys, this is me, Kevin Murphy, on my channel called Narcissistic Abuse, Learning Who I Am Again. In this video, I'm going to talk about how the narcissist resorts to name calling in the relationship. This video is going to be more geared to women who are codependent with the man who is the narcissist. And the reason why I'm doing a video on how the woman is the codependent and the male is the narcissist is because lately I've been coming across a lot of women who have been dealing with the narcissist in their life and how the narcissist mistreats them, calls them names, and minimizes them in the relationship. Usually these codependent women are very, very empathic. They're very in tune with their emotions. They're very strong-willed, but somehow they've suffered codependency from their childhood. They have probably been neglected by their original caregiver, and I wanted to talk to or do this video to tell women that being called names is not okay. And I'm going to talk about the kind of names that the narcissist will resort to make the woman feel very, very, very bad about herself. So if you ever find yourself in a relationship with a man and he is degrading you, calling you an asshole, calling you a bitch, calling you a whore, those are names that are not appropriate. And it's a recipe for disaster. And I am a proponent of, if a man calls you a bitch one time and you allow it to slide and you allow it to happen, it's going to continue to happen. It's going to continue. He's going to continue to say those things to you. So, as a woman who is going through codependency and going through this kind of abuse in her relationship, somehow she has learned that being called these names is okay. She has learned that through her own self-esteem issues that this is the way a man should relate to a woman in the relationship. And as a codependent myself, I felt that that kind of behavior was okay as well, because that's something that I grew up around with my parents and things like that. But I want to say something to the ladies out there, that if a man is calling you those kind of names and is saying that, oh, you're a whore and you're this and you're that and you're stupid, you're ugly, and he's saying these things to you, you need to not walk away from that relationship, but run away from that relationship. It's not going to get any better, ladies. It's not something that you can fix. It's not something that through time and through your loving and through therapy that you can fix. That this is unacceptable behavior. And I would do it the first time he calls you that or he says those things to you. When a man starts to resort to that kind of behavior in a relationship, he has no respect for you. It's not just that he doesn't have respect for women, he has no respect for you. And as a codependent and as a woman, you have to say, I can't fix this person. And I think most codependent women feel the need to fix. I can fix this man. I can change this man. He doesn't, I must have done something wrong for him to call me a bitch. You've done nothing wrong. You've done absolutely nothing wrong. I don't care if you was hitting him upside his head. I don't care if you were, if you didn't do the dishes one day, or if you came home late from work, or anything like that. If for any man to sit there and to say those things to you, and especially when there's children involved, or if there is a situation where this man is calling you out of your name in front of the kids and things like that, you need to really, 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 really plan your exit. And I would do it as soon as possible. If you are friends with this person, I would work on cutting ties with this person immediately. Being called those kind of names really does a huge damage to your self-esteem. It does a huge damage to how you feel about yourself as not only as a woman but as a human being. And it's unacceptable behavior, and it's something that is not called for. And if you accept the fact that he's saying these things to you in the initial stages of the relationship, then the abuse is going to grow worse, because the narcissist will do anything they can to see what they can get away with. And if he sees that he can get away with calling you those kind of names, he's going to continue to up the ante more and more and more. And then the verbal abuse will turn into physical abuse. And then it's going to be hard for you to break away from that narcissist once you're in deep within the name calling and within the stages of just devaluing. And this kind of behavior usually happens during the devaluating stage. They usually start calling you names like, you're just ugly, you know, subtle put downs such as, you need to lose some weight, you're getting a little heavy around the edges there, or I don't like the way you dress, or those clothes are too small, and things like that. And it starts with those little subtle, covert, narcissistic insults. And then once they see that, oh, she's putting up with me saying that she's fat. She's putting up with me saying that she's ugly. She's putting up with me saying that she's she walks funny, or she walks pigeon-toed, or whatever. Then they're going to, when the arguments and the debates are even more heated, it's going to be, you stupid bitch, I can't stand you, things like that. That is not appropriate. That's not okay. Not okay at all. And that is a man that I would not stay around or stick around to wait for him to change, or wait for him to see the light and things like that. He'll see the light by you walking away from him, by you exiting the relationship, by you respecting yourself enough to say, I'm not going to put up with this person calling me names like this. I'm not going to put up with this person saying that I am a jerk, or I am an asshole, or I am a bitch, or I am a whore, I am this or that. There's no reason for anybody to be talked to like that. And I've heard a lot of women blame themselves and say things like, well, I was being a bitch, or I was being an asshole, or maybe I should have done this different, or maybe no. There's no reason why a person who's supposed to love you and supposed to protect you should not be talking to you that way. Should not be dogging you out in that fashion and in that way. So it's important for you ladies to realize your worth and realize that you are not to be talked to like that. You are not to be treated in that way. It is wrong for a man to call you any name. If it's normal for couples to have, or for partners, or for friends to have arguments. It's very, very normal to have those things happen. But if that person is sitting there saying that you are a nasty bitch, or you're being a bitch, or you're an asshole, or things like that, or he graduates to hitting you and doing this, or trying to intimidate you, and things like that, you need to run away from that kind of relationship. You need to run away from that kind of treatment, because it's not going to get any better, ladies. So this is just a quick video on how the narcissist resorts to name calling. I will either be back on here again later on today or tomorrow to do another video on how the narcissist wants you to focus on what other people think about you. And this is more geared toward how the narcissistic parent will try to train their child to look a certain way, or act a certain way, or behave a certain way, so that way other people doesn't think any worse, any bad about the child, or the victim, or the survivor, or whatever. And I have a story of my own that I had to deal with the narcissist growing up, as far as having to conform to what other people thought or what other people said and things like that. And you're not allowed to have your own opinions about things. You're not allowed to have um, your own likes or dislikes. Your likes and dislikes are tailored around what other people think. So please stay tuned for that. I think that will be very important for people who are going through issues with their narcissistic parent, even as an adult. How we've learned to tailor our interests and our desires and the people that we hang around based on what other people think or what the narcissist thinks. So I hope you guys have a good day, and thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and please email me if you have any questions on any of the topics that I discuss on my channel, or if you have anything that comes up in your own personal life dealing with narcissism, borderline personality disorder, or dealing with toxic people. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.